Hello, hello, hello. It's just me this morning, Clarissa Myers. Roland had another bout with insomnia last night, so he's not ready to get up and face the world. Anyway, today is Thursday. Can you believe it? The week has just seemed to have flown right by. Anyway, I had been talking this week and even last week about the 10 qualities that if we develop, because we have them within us, if we develop them, we are able to tap into the power, our personal power. Good morning, everyone. And I'm seeing Sipo. Good morning to you. I'm seeing Laverne. Good morning, Laverne. Yes, and so I'm speaking to spiritual entrepreneurs, people who they know they have a specific purpose in their lives and they're not content to just settle, and they're going to fulfill their true purpose. And so that's who I'm speaking to. You may be doing something else, maybe not in the venue that you want to do it, but never give up. So last week and this week I spoke about the different qualities that we possess. And so some of the qualities that I've spoken about was clarity. Good morning, George. Good morning, Pastor Thornton. Glad that you can join me. Clarity, competence, concentration, common sense, creativity, consideration, consistency, commitment, and today I'm going to talk about courage. Courage is being able to reach inside yourself. This is my definition, and pull out that determination, whatever it is that's in you, and help you to face whatever it is that is scaring you. Brian, this is the guy I've been listening to, Brian Tracy. He says that courage is an outstanding quality of all leaders. It is to be able to have the ability and the willingness to confront your fears, whatever they may be. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts. Good morning, Ursula. Glad that you can join me too. He says, brave and courageous people are not people who aren't afraid. They do have fear, but they are people who master their fears. They face and confront their fears. People have fears of different things. I knew I was afraid of those little critters. One day when I was teaching in the classroom, it didn't happen just once. It happened more than once over the 35 years that I've been teaching in the classroom. When the temperature changes, the animals that are outside, they try to find warmth on the inside. So one day, several mice came from the fields and were climbing under the doors or crawling through, going into classrooms. And while I was teaching, a mouse, crawled under the door, came into the classroom, and the kids were, Miss Myers, it's a mouse. And so here I am, I want to run and jump like they did, but for some reason, because you're in a position of authority, I felt I had to take control of the situation, So I went in the closet, got my broom, and the children said the mouse ran behind the bookcase. So I went over to the bookcase and I was beating it with the broom. I pulled it out a little bit and out the mouse ran. And some of the kids jumped up in the chair, and was screaming, and I'm like, calm down. And me trying to be all brave and bold. I took the broom and I was trying to hit it because the mouse was skidding on the tiles. And I couldn't turn around as fast as he was. And so I just picked up my foot and I stomped it. I could not believe I did that. Not that I'm trying to be cruel to animals, but, the class was a mess. The kids were screaming and trying to get up on the desk, and I wanted to jump up on my desktop too, but I didn't. But that boldness, that bravery from within, I don't know where it came from. I didn't know I had it. And I just stomped it. And it just, Anyway, I took my broom and I swept him outside the door. And I called the office and let them know that they need to send the custodian to remove something. So that was the first time, and it happened twice a few years later, but anyway, I'm not going to go into all that. So bravery is being able to reach inside yourself and confront whatever it is that you're afraid of. He says, if you're afraid to face your fear, it's kind of like a habit. You will continue to be afraid. But if you face the fear that you have within yourself, that also is a habit. When you cower away and always cower, and you will never get over it. You have to confront it. You have to face it. He says, most fears disappear when you confront them. A lot of us may have fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of loss, fear of pain, limiting losses, like if you lose a limb or something, you feel like you can't make it without having whatever. The fear of limitations, fear of loss of relationships, fear of ill health. All of that. He says the key is to push. Okay, doing something here. Yes, confront it right head on. Dare to move forward, he says. You meet an obstacle or something that's blocking you, and then you just say, oh, well, I quit. I'm not going to. You have to persevere. You have to persevere because, let me see, this was in my notes here. He says, most people, when given a choice between moving forward or playing it safe and staying still, they choose to stay still or not move forward because to move on is just terrifying. But he says, there is no security in life, only opportunity. The more we seek security, the less we have it. But the more we seek opportunity, the more we have security. So it's kind of like, we need to focus on the opportunities. Here's some famous quotes by certain people. Mark Twain said, do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. Somebody else said, General Douglas MacArthur, he said, there is no security in life, only opportunities. And then Helen Keller said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. So courage is essential for leaders. You got to step it up. And oh my, several people came on here and I neglected to say hello. I try to always say hello. Good morning, Jill. Glad that you can join me. And also Alice, good morning. And Anicia, I think that's it. I think I said it right. Do me a favor, tell me guys where you're tuning in from. I am here in the Richmond area, Richmond, Virginia, and it's rainy today. All right, let me go and finish on up what I wanted to say here at the end. He says, if you are not a little bit afraid, because we do need to have that fear. Sometimes that fear drives us. If you are not a little bit afraid, at least 3 or 4 times out of the week, then you are not trying hard enough. He says, if you are not falling on your face on a continual basis, over and over again, and if you're not trembling, when you go to bed, like your heart's beating and you feel that fear within you, when you go to sleep and your heart is not pounding, you're not trying hard enough. You are living too far within your potential. You have to live like on the outskirts of it. So still pushing forward. He said he was a karate instructor at one time, and he took karate for many years. And one of the things that they've always said, move forward, even if it's a half an inch. Always move forward. Don't be looking back, because when you look back, then you can't focus 100% of your energies in moving forward. When you're looking back, then at least 50% of your energies or your focus is behind you. So you want to always push yourself, move forward. And the last point here that I wanted to make. The great expressions of courage is to persist. To persist in the face of adversity. He says adversity is what causes us to get momentum. When we have adversity and adversity, and it was something else. I can't remember what it is. Yeah. To move forward, having that adversity, it reinforces and cements the habit of moving forward. So you have to have that to be able to overcome and push through and push forward. Develop the quality of being unstoppable. Never quit, no matter how hard things get, how rough things get. You decide in your mind you will never quit. And not having any one of these 10 qualities can cause you to fail. So you need to work on each one of them. Of course, there's another one tomorrow. You got to tune in for tomorrow. Oh my, there's several other people who have come on here. Let me say hello. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning to you. Oh, I don't know. You might be a cousin. I see Lake there. Good morning, Freddie. Good morning, Bill. Good morning to you. And Mary, good morning. I appreciate you guys joining me this morning because you can do so many other things with your time, but you took a few minutes just to stop and listen. I so appreciate that. If you've gained any value in whatever I've said, if you know someone who could benefit from this, do share it with them. I so appreciate it. Today is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, and I do want to make sure that I mention that in the description there is a link for you to click on. So if you want to catch any of the other lives that I did, the other C words that I've talked about, you can access that through my YouTube channel. Just click on subscribe, and numbers 1 through 9 will be there. Well, 9, I'll upload that sometime today. And also there is a link to a 10-day membership, a trial membership, where you can access over 40 different trainings in terms of growing your business, improving your business on any topic pretty much that has to do with the public, with you building your business. All right. So that's what I have for you this morning. I thank you for joining me. Tomorrow, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Some of you might already know, but it's a big one. So thank you, and I will see you tomorrow morning at 8. Have a fantastic Thursday. Bye.